Did you know that Porto Novo, the capital of Benin, was once a haven for Portuguese slave traders in the 16th century? Yes, the early chapters of Benin's history are filled with tales of exploration, exploitation, and endurance. Porto Novo's story begins as a thriving port along the West African coast, attracting the attention of Portuguese traders. They named the city Porto Novo, which translates to New Port. This was not just a new port, but a significant gateway for the brutal and notorious slave trade that marked a dark period in human history. The city's development and its subsequent identity were largely shaped by this trade. The influence of the Portuguese and the slave trade had far-reaching impacts on the region, altering its socio-economic fabric and cultural landscape. So the origins of Porto Novo are steeped in a history of trade, conflict, and survival. As we step into the 17th century, we encounter the mighty kingdom of Dahomey. Emerging in West Africa, Dahomey was a force to be reckoned with, its power anchored by a formidable military. This military, unique in its inclusion of a unit of female warriors known as the Dahomey Amazons, was a key factor in Dahomey's dominance over the region. The kingdom of Dahomey also played a significant role in the transatlantic slave trade, becoming a major hub for the trafficking and sale of enslaved Africans. This dark chapter in human history shaped the trajectory of Benin, leaving a lasting legacy of pain and resilience. Despite the kingdom's eventual decline, Dahomey's influence reverberated through the centuries. Its complex history of power, dominance, and involvement in the slave trade served as a stark reminder of the region's tumultuous past. The kingdom of Dahomey, a formidable force, left an indelible mark on the history of Benin. Fast forward to the late 19th century, and Benin becomes a part of the French colonial empire. The French conquest of Dahomey was marked by a series of conflicts and treaties. By the end of the Franco-Dahomean Wars in the late 1890s, the once powerful kingdom of Dahomey was incorporated into the French colonial empire as French Dahomey. This new colonial rule brought about significant changes in the region's culture, economy, and political structure. French became the official language, and Western education was introduced, shaping the cultural landscape of the region. The economy also transformed with the introduction of new cash crops and the construction of railways to aid in their exportation. Politically, the French established a centralized administration, replacing the traditional Dahomean political structure. These changes were not without resistance. The people of Dahomey, now Benin, had to adapt and find ways to preserve their cultural identity amidst the vast changes brought on by the French. The French colonization was a period of extensive change and adaptation for the people of Benin. 1960 marks a significant year for Benin, a year of newfound freedom. It was the year when the shackles of French colonial rule were finally cast off, making way for the dawn of independence. But as is often the case with newfound freedom, it was accompanied by a period of political upheaval. In the initial years, power changed hands multiple times, with various political regimes vying for control. Each regime brought with it a different vision for the future of Benin. The most notable among these was the socialist period under the leadership of Mathieu Kérékou, a time marked by significant social and economic changes. But despite the political turbulence, the spirit of Benin remained unbroken. The country weathered the storm, gradually finding its footing and carving out a space for itself on the global stage. Through the ups and downs of independence, Benin has stood strong, carving out its own identity on the world stage. In today's Benin, echoes of its rich history are still very much alive. The nation stands proud as a beacon of democracy in West Africa, its political structure shaped by the trials and triumphs of its past. The threads of history are woven into the fabric of modern Benin, telling a story of resilience and adaptation. Cotonou, the economic capital, pulses with energy and ambition. It's a bustling hub of commerce and culture, driving the country's development forward. From its vibrant markets to its bustling port, Cotonou is a testament to Benin's economic potential and its drive towards a prosperous future. Yet the spirit of the past is never far away. The stories of the Kingdom of Dahomey, the French colonization, and the fight for independence are etched in the hearts of the people, shaping their identity and fueling their aspirations. From Porto Novo to Cotonou, Benin's history is a testament to resilience, adaptation, and the enduring spirit of its people.